just think about that one day he going traveling. Where you think he going? Where you ain't going nowhere? Are we going somewhere? No, you ain't going nowhere. Evolution travel. Evolution travel. Evolution travel. Let's go somewhere. Baby, are we going somewhere?
Hello, 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 everybody. It is Tony Ward, and I am here to go ahead and give you guys some information about personalizing travel services for your customers. Everybody wants to be a VIP. Everybody wants to travel. I'm going to show you how to VIP your travel customers, okay, by giving them personalized service. So I hope that you guys enjoy the training that you're going to have today with me. Now, as a travel agent, you need to be the difference. And what I mean by be the difference is you need to be the difference between them booking with you and them booking online for their travel services, okay? Because anybody can go online and book, through Priceline or Hotwire or, cheapotravel.com or whatever. But there's a huge difference between using an automated service and also using a service from a trained travel professional. And that's what you are. You want to make sure that you're able to personalize their vacation process, okay? You want to personalize the vacation process. You want to give them every single thing they could possibly want in a travel business, 100% hands down, okay? Your clients can choose anyone to book their vacations with, so you have to give them a reason to choose you. What's different about you, right? What's special about you? What's special about your services? What exactly do you offer that other agencies, agents, internet service don't offer? What's unique about you? Who are you? Like, why are you booking travel? What made you become an agent? Are you passionate about vacations? Is your passion surrounding getting them the best vacation, the best trip for the best price? Like, who are you and what do you bring to the table? They also need to know what you specialize in. If you've done any extra trainings or, you become a wedding specialist or you specialize in, weekend getaways or you specialize in family vacations, you might even specialize in travel for people with disabilities, any kind of travel, whatever it is you specialize in, they need to know I'm a specialist in these particular areas, right? And how do you stand out? Is it because of the pretty quotes that you give? Maybe you give each of your clients a gift when they leave or when they come back. Maybe you provide them with, extra services, like you call them a couple days ahead of time, check on them when they get back, leave chocolates on their pillow, have stuff waiting for them. How do you stand out? And what is your brand? What's your brand? For me, of course, fabulous, 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 fabulous travel. Anything we do is going to be over the top and fabulous. I'm going to make sure you have the most fabulous experience you could possibly have. My brand surrounds fabulousness, okay? And we want to make sure in this training, I'm going to talk to you about automating your process, because the process can be, a little tedious. There are a lot of different steps. So the more we can automate your process, the easier it's going to be for you to be able to not only service your customers in a timely fashion, but not drive yourself crazy with the different steps and procedures that you might have to go through on a regular basis when you're booking travel for multiple people for maybe the same trip. So we'll talk about that, okay? Now, once you automate your process, there is no excuse why you cannot be the best travel agent you've ever wanted to be, okay? I'm going to show you how to use some resources that are right at your fingertips. And a lot of these resources are R.A.W free, okay? But if you don't know they're there, you're not gonna know to use them. So I'm gonna show you a couple of resources to help automate your process, which is going to help you keep up with the Joneses. You are going to become the Joneses, right? People are going to be trying to keep up with you. Let's say we're keeping up with the Tony Wards. How about that? I like that. We'll keep up with the Raw Wards, okay? So, and we don't want to overcomplicate things. A lot of times people will overcomplicate a situation when there's a simple solution that will make every single person happy. Do not overcomplicate, okay? Don't let your pride get in the way. Sometimes you have to take a couple steps back, look at the situation again and say, you know what? The answer was right there at my fingertips. Let's not overcomplicate this. Let's just go ahead and get it done, okay? He who provides the most solution gains the customer, okay? So make sure you are as, uncomplicated as possible. Give them what they want, and don't make an issue out of the small things. Don't sweat the small stuff, okay? Let that stuff just go so that your customer can have the most enjoyable vacation. And that enjoyment and relaxation starts when they give you that first call to say, hey, I'd like to start booking my trip. Can you help me? Absolutely. Sit back, relax. I'm going to take it from here. Okay. So now, the one thing you always want to do, hands down, is be authentically you. Okay. Whoever you are, whatever that encompasses, be you. One thing you need to understand is no one can be a better you than you can. Okay, so don't try to emulate somebody else. Be you. With all your flaws, with all your goodness, with all the things that you come with, be you. But make sure when you are you, there is a sense of professionalism within your brand, okay? Because this is a professional situation. You are handling someone's money. You are handling someone's savings. You have to understand that sometimes people will save for years to go on a vacation for a couple of weeks. So be very professional. You want to be creative. A lot of times, maybe, people are on a champagne wish dreams with a beer budget. You want to make sure you try to be as creative as possible to give your client what they want and experience sometimes outside of the box. So the more you know about your industry and whatever you specialize in, the better you're going to be able to be creative when you're putting together their quote and their trip, so that they'll say, oh, you know what? Tony found a solution for me. I can definitely work with her. I told her what I wanted and she made it happen, okay? You want to personalize their vacation, personalize their, situation. You don't want to cookie cut every single thing. Like if every customer that comes to you, you send them to the same hotel, the same airlines, the same flight, the same everything. You want to make sure that this trip is specific to them and what they need. And your brand is going to help them. Whatever you want, we have to give. Whatever it is you want to make your slogan, your brand, what you stand for, make sure you do that so that you stand out. You want to make sure you work smart, not hard. Smart. Don't take extra steps if not necessary. If the wheel is already created, please don't try to recreate it. Use the resources and the tools that are already there at your fingertips so that you can go ahead and make this a simple process and you don't have to overthink things. And think individual. It kind of goes along with personalizing. This is an individual trip. Sometimes you will have, individual trips within one big group trip. So remember, you guys, if you have a group trip, the most important part about that is, say you have a client that comes to you and they say, you know what, Tony, hey, could you help me with my family reunion? There are about 100 of us, we want to go on a family trip. Could you do this for us? Sure. Yes, you have your main client, your main customer, but those 100 people that are going on that trip have now become your agent, or not your agents, your clients as well. You are now their personal travel agent as well. Whenever you address them as, hey, this is Tony, your personal travel agent. I'm going to be assisting you on your family vacation. Okay, always make sure you individualize each of the people that are in your group, because they have now become your client as well. And there are future possibilities when you are booking a group trip. Even if they didn't originally come to you, it's okay. Once you are taking their money, you're in charge of their trip, you're helping them with their vacation, they are now your personal, private, individual client. So remember that. And when you're doing that, think about it. What was your client like? How can I make this the best vacation they've ever thought that they could possibly have? What would they like? What can I give them? Okay. So, let's say you're doing this family vacation. There's 100 people on the vacation, same trip. They're all going to the same location. They're all staying for the exact same amount of days. They're all doing the same activities, but you have different clients, right? They might want different classes of rooms. They might even want different classes of flights. I'm doing a group cruise right now, and there are 57 people going, okay? Some of them want coach, some of them don't care, some of them require, and I'm saying require, and I mean require first class. I can't sit back there. I require first class. So same trip, but different clients. So I need to make sure I cater to each and every person on this group trip. Number one, because I want them to be comfortable. Number two, I want them to have the best experience they could ever possibly think of having on a vacation. And number three, I want them to come back. I want them to refer me to their friends, their customers, their clients, their people, anybody and everybody they know. Tony was the best and most fabulous travel agent I could have ever thought of having. She handled our family vacation, and she really took care of all of us. I felt like I was on a vacation alone because she was so personalizing when she did my part of the trip. She treated me like an individual instead of a part of a big clump of everybody group, okay? So definitely, you can have multiple clients within the same booking, and they should each feel special and unique. Now listen, let's say you got 4 kids, okay? All of your children are different, just like all of your clients are different. All of your children are different, and they should each feel like they are your favorite child, right? Have you had the grandma, big mama, who you think big mama, I was her favorite grandchild. I was her favorite granddaughter. She always told me I was her favorite. I know I was her favorite. Just like with God, I tell people all the time, I'm God's favorite child. He loves me so much. I am his favorite because he treats me so good. I feel like he's really my favorite. You want each of your clients to think that they are your favorite client, right? Because you treat them so well. So make sure you do that. For this particular trip, you guys, I did this for this wonderful client. Her name is Kiana, and she is absolutely fabulous. Her to death. You know, full of life, and she wanted to go on this trip. She's turning 40, you guys, and she said, you know what, Tony, I want to do something special. I want to go on a cruise or an all-inclusive resort or something. I want to do something. Can you help me? I told her, absolutely, Kiana, I can definitely help you. So we put together this cruise for her birthday. Now, what I did, because it's her birthday, she wants to feel special. Purple is her favorite color, right? I'm personalizing this for her. Put together this little flyer. Now, of course, with flyers like this, super simple, did it on PowerPoint. Really easy, you guys. I am so tech non-savvy. I am tech non-savvy, especially when it comes to doing things like this. But PowerPoint is a great resource for those of you who are on my YouTube. Make sure you go to, you know, the flyer making training that I did right on YouTube so that you can see how to make something that's super simple like this. So put this together for her, and guess what? Her picture, her name, her information, her trip. And I made this flyer for her. She's excited. Can you imagine somebody putting this out there with all of your personalized information is geared towards you, your vacation? You're going to feel special. So guess what happens? She took this flyer and she ran with it. She posted it all over Facebook because she wants everybody to come to and enjoy her birthday with her, right? Come on. And I told her, I said, Kiana, look, if you get 10 cabins for this, you'll go ahead and you'll be able to get your cabin for free. She's like, oh my goodness, are you serious? So guess what happened? She started posting this even more so out there so that people can enjoy her trip. So she got a couple of her friends, and it's their birthday too, at the same time frame for this August cruise. She's like, I have a couple friends. It's their birthday too. They're going to be going on a cruise also. And I said, okay, well, do you want them to get a free cabin as well? She said, well, that will be cool because they have a couple friends that might want to celebrate their birthday with them too. I said, okay, well, this is what we can do. I can personalize something for them as well. So guess what I did? Her first friend named Latoya, I went ahead and made the exact same flyer. If you look at the last flyer, you'll see that it's the exact same numbers. All I did was change the colors. Green is Latoya's favorite color, right? So I personalized this for her. All the information is the same. Of course, it's Latoya's name, Latoya's picture, but everything else is exactly the same. So now guess what's happening? Latoya is out there advertising for the same exact cruise. So those 10 cabins have now turned into 20 cabins because Kiana is working towards her free cabins and Latoya is working towards her free cabins, right? Another friend pops up and she's like, Tony, I have friends. It's my birthday too. I want to go too. Can you do one for me too? Of course. First we were cruising with Latoya. Then we were cruising. First we were cruising with Kiana. Then we were cruising with Latoya. And guess what now? Now we're cruising with Tiny, Markia, right? So we're cruising with Markia, and now we're up to 30 cabins. Are you guys listening? Are you paying attention? One group trip turned into 3 group trips all in one because of personalization, because of treating people like an individual in a group setting. When you are personalizing vacations for people, they absolutely love it because you are treating them like the VIP that they deserve to be treated like. This is their birthday. They're turning 40. This is a monumental year for them, right? They've saved their money. They're doing everything they need to do. They're out there on diets, working out. This is going to be a special occasion for them. And now you've already started the excitement because not only have you personalized this for them, now they have something to boast and brag on social media about. I'm having this cruise. I have my own personal travel agent that's doing all this stuff for me, and all you guys have to do is contact her, right? So you guys, they're out there, they're doing this stuff. Months pass by. Markia has 15 cabins. Latoya has about 20 cabins. Kiana has her 10 cabins, right? I'm going through talking to all their people, taking care of their stuff. And guess what happens? Kiana's aunt was like, well, hey, baby, it's my birthday too. It's Auntie's birthday too. I'm turning 70. I'd love to go on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise before. I want to take your cousins with me to celebrate my 70th birthday. So now guess what, you guys? We are cruising with Auntie Gwen. Is this okay? Or is this okay? Now, what I love about this is, and you can tell from Gwen's pictures, she loves orange. So now this is personalized, the exact same trip, you guys, but for 4 different people, and it's all individualized, and it is specific and personalized for them. So this is a great way where you can expand your business when dealing with your clients by personalizing and giving them incentives, right? You're going to give them an incentive to earn their own trip. So listen, 10 cabins from each of them minimum, and you're at 40 cabins, okay? Now here's a good thing. This is on Norwegian Cruise Line. I love Norwegian Cruise Line because number 1, they give you a free cabin for every 5 cabins, okay? I told them 10. Right? So no matter what happens, if somebody backs out at the last minute, if they get a cabin, maybe they want a balcony and not an ocean view, maybe more people got ocean views or whatever, but I have a cushion. So no matter what it is they want, I can give it to them. Normally when you get a free cabin, you still have to pay for taxes or other things. Because of the way I set it up, they don't have to pay a penny, not gratuities, not their taxes, not anything. They can walk on the ship virtually for free because of the way I've set up their trip for them. Now, don't you think when they have their next birthday, they're going to say, okay, all I have to do is show this flyer, get my friends, and I get to go on another cruise or on another vacation for free. All I got to do is call Tony because she knows how to set it all up for me and make it fabulous. Now, think about it. 40 cabins, 40 cabins. And the commission for each cabin is about $300. Okay, that's just the bottom line base. $300 for 40 cabins. We're looking at, you guys, $12,000. You guys can do the math, right? $300 for 40 cabins. That's $12,000 because I personalized, because I treated them like a VIP, and because I made individual vacations out of one big group. Now, guess what? All of these 40 cabins, these people, these are now all my clients as well. I send them all emails every single month telling them, hey, you guys, vacation's almost coming. This is what we need to do, right? I've already received 3 trips out of this group for other vacations. So super cool when you make sure you treat your clients right. They will come back and they will ask you for other vacations as well and refer you to other people, okay? So super cool to be able to do that. If you look right here, you'll see it says www.40club.4040.club. Remember that, okay? I want you to remember that. Now, because you gather your information and you centralize. So make it easy. So everything is not all over the place. I'm going to show you how to gather information and centralize this stuff. It's going to make it easier for you and for your clients to get the information you need better, okay? Your phone's not going to ring as much, and you're not going to have to answer repeat questions. If you centralize all the information that you have to gather or that they need to know, you're not going to have to keep answering the same question over and over again. Like, okay, how much is the inside cabin? Okay, well, how much is insurance? Okay, well, where again is the trip going? All that stuff, if you centralize the information, you won't have to do that. There's so many tools and so many different resources that you can use. If you put them to use, it will definitely decrease your work and increase your income. Let me say that again. If you do things correctly, or in a way that's going to centralize your information, you'll be able to decrease your work but increase your income, okay? If you give people tools and they use them, important, because you can have a big room full of tools all day long and you decide, I'm not going to use those tools when I built this house, and then it's not going to work, right? You got to use the tools that are in place for you so that you can build whatever it is, whether it's your business, your clientele, whatever. If you give people tools and they use their natural ability and their curiosity, they will develop things in ways that will surprise you very much beyond what you might have expected. Everybody has their own creative way of doing things. And so you might use tools differently than I might use tools, right? Super simple household items that people use for different reasons. So same thing with tools when you're working your business. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. What do people love to hear the most? What do people love? They love, like, people just love to hear. Tell me, what do you think? What do people love to hear? What do they love? Like, the main thing people just brings the music to their ears when they hear it. Their name. From a child, they love hearing their name, right? And they want to have, what's theirs. Mine, 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 mine. So that's kind of what we did with those flyers, is we personalized it and we gave it to them. It's now theirs. So whenever you personalize stuff, you can simplify things. They take ownership to it and they're willing to work with it. So super cool, because everybody wants to hear their name. People love it. That's why we have certificates with our name on them, right? Your diploma from high school has your name on it. You get a trophy, it's going to have your name on it. You buy a shirt, people have their personalized shirts with their name on it. Your wife, when you get married, has your name on her. It's mine. This is my wife. I'm putting my name on it. That's mine. And that's what people love. They love when you personalize things for them. Same thing with this. For this right here, you guys, like it says, a dollar can change the game, right? That almighty dollar. It goes a long way. Spending a little can result in a lot. Now, for this particular customer, I went to GoDaddy and I just bought them some, domain names that worked for what they had going on, right? 4040 Club and 4040 Club. I bought both options to put it in so that they wouldn't have to worry about, was it the 40 first or what is the numbers first? Whether the letters first or the numbers first? I'm not sure. Why not buy both? They're only 99 cents each, right? So I went ahead and purchased this for them, put it on their flyer. Remember I told you to remember that part of it? On the flyer right there, it says 4040 Club right there. If you want to pay your deposit, go to 4040 Club. If you want more info, go to 4040 Club, right? 4040.club. What I did was I centralized the information for gathering all the stuff I needed for my clients. I also centralized the information that I needed to give them from me. Now, when you automate the mundane, you guys, you reduce the human error factors, right? I'm not going to misspell their name because they're going to put it in there themselves. I'm not going to misspell their email address because they're going to put it in there themselves, right? I won't write their credit card number wrong. I won't put their address in wrong. It reduces human error. And if they do make a mistake, guess whose mistake it was? It was theirs. So now they can't blame that on their travel agent because they actually put all that information in there themselves, okay? It's going to free up a lot of my time. My phone's not going to ring all day, every day, because Imagine how many times your phone would ring if you had 40 clients on this one trip, right? And they're asking you a whole bunch of questions. They need all this information. They need to give you a lot of information. You're on the phone with each of them about 30 minutes, taking down all of their information and making sure it's correct, right? You don't have to do that when you automate the mundane. It's going to release stress on both your side and also on your client side, because they know, okay, I filled this out. I have a copy. She has a copy. We're good. It's going to make them feel like, okay, we have some more VIP treatment. She has a whole website for us. We can go in and do whatever we need because she has taken care of everything for us, right? It's going to make your jobs easier, and it's going to provide your client with first-class service. Their experience is going to be like nothing the internet can offer. Remember I said be the difference in the beginning? This is the difference between you and another agent that might not have their stuff together. The only thing is I'm going to show you some very, very small, easy steps to make you seem like you have been the professional travel agent for the last 10, 15 years. You have all the information, everything you need, right? Is all together. You're not disheveled in any kind of way. Everything is where it needs to be all the time. Now, here is the website I told you about, 4040 Club. Go to your phone, go to your laptop, pull it up, look at it. 4040 Club. This is what happens when you pull it up. This is where you're going to collect information. This is where you're going to get information, okay? On here, you see that it tells you exactly where the boat's going to be on the days it's going to be there, right? All information that people need to know. Now, the good part about Norwegian, and the reason why I love Norwegian, is because they have so many cruises where all of the alcohol is included. Beverage packages. Sometimes you get on Carnival or Royal Caribbean or whatever, you can buy a beverage package, but that beverage package might increase your cruise rate by $500. When you get on Norwegian, it's included, right? Can you imagine a ship full of intoxicated people? They're gonna have a whole lot of fun. And they're gonna come back to you because they're gonna enjoy themselves, okay? It also has different packages when you work with groups. For this particular group, they had selections of what they can choose. Well, the lady, the original client who put it together, she wanted everybody to have the same thing. So she chose a 20 picture package for her guests. So they're all gonna get a package of pictures, 20 pictures for the memories, right? And they're also going to get a 3-night dining package so they can go and dine at the upscale restaurants on the ship. And that's included in their price. So super cool. And they all get a room credit. Depending on which room they choose, they'll get either $25 to $150. So she's already put this together for them. Now, if you look at the bottom right here, it says, I'm a guest of. This is a drop-down menu. Now, you guys, this is a simple form. I use Jot form for everything. That's J-O-T form. Jot form is fabulous. And they also have free, it's also free to get started as well. Okay, so you can, if you have basic Jot forms or whatever, you can actually make these Jot forms for free. Free. My favorite word, one of my favorite words. My favorite word, of course, is fabulous. But free also starts with an F. So it's right there with fabulous. So yes, you can make this Jot form to get your client's information. If you look here, after you've gotten information and what they want, the room they want to choose, all that stuff, I can also collect their billing information, their billing address, you know, their signatures, all the stuff I need in order to go ahead and hold their deposit. Now, of course, with Jot form, they have other money collecting rules and stuff, so you have to make sure it's secure, but you have to pay for a special thing. But this is a credit card authorization form. They've signed it, they've authorized exactly how much they want to spend, so I can use that. Okay, so really nice. Now that's the stuff for the group cruise. What if you have an individual customer, right? Or you're at the grocery store, or you're at your son or daughter's school, or you're at church, or whatever. You're in the elevator with somebody, and you're looking at them, and you're like, okay, you know what? You really look like you can use a vacation. I want to help you. Or, you know, hey, you know, I'm a travel agent. And they're like, oh my goodness, I've been trying to get a trip together for my kids for Disneyland, and they're telling you all this information. You definitely can't write it all down. And you tell them, okay, why don't you go to my link? This right here is another job form, you guys, connected to a domain name. Just like the 40/40 Club, it's the exact same situation. The only difference here is this is for an individual and the other one was for a group that was already put together, okay? So for this right here, basically they go and answer all the questions. You know, if we go ahead and find you a quote, are you ready to pay now? Yeah. How did you hear about us? Now this part right here, how did you hear about us? Let's say you have an accountability partner. Let's say you just got started in the business and you're still working with your sponsor. They're trying to help train you. Let's say there are 4 or 5 of you that do trips together and you're booking everything. With the how did you hear about us? That's a drop down menu. You can click on whoever's name you want. For this one particular, of course, Frederick Howe and I, we work together, you know, on a regular basis. That's my PIC, my partner in crime, my partner in the climb, and we do everything together. So of course, when you go to vacationquote.info, you're going to drop that down. It's going to say, where did you hear about us? Did you hear about us on social media? Did you hear about us, you know, on a billboard? Did you hear about us from Fred Howe? Did you hear about us from Tony Ward? How did you hear about us? And that's a great way to organize the emails when they come through, because I'm like, okay, well, this must be somebody Fred talked to. Cool. He can call me and say, hey, Tony, did you see the email that came through? Yeah, Fred, I saw it. Could you help me with it real quick? I'm a little busy. I'm at work. Sure. Or I can call Fred and say, hey, Fred, did you see that email that came through? He'll say, yeah, I saw it. I'm like, that's like a a 50-person cruise. We're about to have so much fun to make a lot of money. Are you excited? He's going to say, absolutely, I'm excited, Tony. Let's get this thing done. So this is a good way for you to organize your stuff and share the responsibility with your sponsor. For those of you who are just getting started, this is a good way for your mentor or your sponsor or whoever you're working with to get the exact same information you're getting. So number one, your client can get that information back on time. You guys are both going to see it together and you can work these trips together, okay? So they're going to give you their name, their information, all the pertinent information you need to book a trip. What type of vacation do you want? Cruise, all-inclusive resort, hotel. Sometimes people say, well, he said he wanted to go to Jamaica. And I'll say, okay, well, how did they want to get there? They want to go on a boat? Did they want to go in the air? Are they staying in all-inclusive? Are they staying in a villa? What do they want to do? And then the new agent will say, well, I don't know. They just said they wanted to go to Jamaica. Okay, there are a lot of different ways to get to Jamaica. There are a lot of places to stay in Jamaica. We're going to need a little more information. So this is a great way to qualify your client, especially when you're a new agent. And it shows your client that you're organized, you're professional, and you're probably not going to make any mistakes because you're getting all the information and asking all the right questions, okay? I mean, all the way to the accommodations. What kind of accommodation do you want? Do you want a suite, a balcony? What do you want? How many adults are gonna be there? How many children? What are the ages of the children? Do you have a destination choice? Because they'll say, I just wanna go to Caribbean. I don't know where I wanna go, I just wanna go. Well, okay, well, and then even this all-time question that sometimes people, you know, fear asking, what is your budget? How much do you want to spend per person on this trip? It asks them all these questions, right? It even gives you a space to say, okay, any specific comments or anything I need to know? Are you celebrating anything? Do you have any allergies I need to know about? What's going on? There's a space for that. And the space that I love the most is the last question. And it never hurts to ask. You know, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. You don't know what's going on. You might be talking to somebody who's looking for something, right? Are you interested in learning about becoming an agent? It's a yes or no, non-pressure answer, okay? So, of course, 9 times out of 10, I get no. I just want to go on a trip. That's fine. But that 1 or 2 times you get the answer yes, oh, wow, this person was interested in learning about a travel agent. Okay, cool. Let me get their quote together. And after I get their quote, I might just show them exactly how much commission I'm going to make on their trip. And that might entice them even more to become an agent, right? So, of course, you know, a no won't kill you. A yes might just heal you. those 10%, you guys, add up quite nicely, okay? So make sure when you're doing your jot form, and what I'm gonna do, you guys, there will be another training. You'll be able to see that on the list, how to make jot forms. I'm gonna break this down to you. I'm also gonna call jot form and have this particular jot form available to you as a template. So if you watch the next video about how to make jot forms, that template information will be in there, and you'll know exactly how to get this exact same template. You could change the colors or whatever, but all the information will be there for you, okay? So make sure you watch the jot form video. That's gonna be right down in on the list, okay? Now, you guys, working hard and getting no sleep. That's what we do when we get started because we don't know any better, okay? You're advertising by yourself. I've just showed you how to do a group trip and have your clients advertise for you. You're gathering all the information, writing it all down, trying to make sure everything is perfect. And you're doing the payment process and everything. You're doing every single step of the process. You're working hard and you're getting no sleep, okay? What we just showed you today is how you make money while you sleep, right? You've got your client advertising for you because you've personalized, you've individualized, you've made them a VIP, you've made them fall in love with the travel experience even before they've experienced the travel. Somebody write that down. Somebody please write that down. You've made them fall in love with the travel experience before they've even experienced the travel. Okay, you've used the resources that I've showed you with the GoDaddy domain names and the jot forms to gather their information, right? So the computer's doing it for you. If you live on the East Coast and your clients live on the West Coast and they get home at 8 o'clock at night and they're trying to get the information to you, but it's 11 o'clock for you, they can easily go on their website that you made or your website or whatever and put in the information that they need to give you to get the ball rolling. And when you are available, you can then go and gather that information out of that place and get their trip done for them. Right? Super cool because now the information is gathered while you're sleeping. So when you wake up, you can process those payments and you've made some money. Okay, it's done, it's good. You're happy, clients are happy, and everybody is living a stress-free life. Okay, super cool. I love it. Using the tools that you have can be the difference between commas and zeros. Use your tools to create the experience your clients will dream about. You want them to lay back and dream about that vacation they took last year. And oh my goodness, I have to call Tony Ward. She puts together the most fabulous vacations. It was so stress-free. She was so professional. It was so easy. I know I took 50 people with me last time. Everybody had such a good time. I think we're going to quadruple and have 200 people with us this time, and I'm not worried about it because I know Tony can handle it because her process is seamless, okay? So it's really important. You have to decide how many commas and zeros do you want. Automate your business, okay? Make it so that you're making money while you're sleeping. Period. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that you've learned something. Make sure you watch the other videos, the corresponding videos to teach you about the jot form. Make sure you watch the videos to also teach you about the domain name and how to put the jot form on top of the domain name. Those videos are both found on my YouTube travel training site. Tony, Queen R.A.W Ward. I hope that you guys have learned a lot today. I look forward to seeing all of you guys at the bank and at the beach. This is Tony Ward signing off, okay? Love you guys. Book a ton of trips. Help people make all the memories that they could ever possibly dream of making and make yourself a ton of money while you do it. Okay, you guys, have a good night. This is officially over. Bye, everybody.